If you're over 60, every move you make, every step you take or choose not to take, can have a direct impact on your heart. What if I told you that some of the most popular exercises, the very ones you've relied on to keep you strong, might actually be quietly harming your heart every single day? I'm not here to frighten you. I'm here to safeguard you. As a cardiologist, I've seen far too many seniors walk into my clinic feeling perfectly well, only to uncover high blood pressure, irregular rhythms, or unexpected signs of cardiac strain. And in many of those cases, it wasn't poor nutrition or inactivity to blame. It was the wrong kind of activity. Exercises that were too intense, too abrupt, or simply too demanding for a heart that's aging and requires a gentler approach. Most seniors don't even know they're making this critical mistake. In this video, I'm urging you to stop doing 5 specific types of exercise that may be weakening your heart instead of strengthening it. But don't worry, I'll also guide you towards safer alternatives. Keep watching, because your heart deserves more care than ever. And the very first habit I'll mention might be something you're doing right now. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to click that button and enable notifications so you never miss a health tip tailored just for you. If you find value in this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to help me improve future content for you. 1. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, and overexertion, a silent threat to the aging heart. After 60, your heart isn't the same organ that carried you through your youth. It's more delicate, more susceptible, and far less tolerant of extremes. That's why high-intensity interval training, those bursts of intense effort followed by short rests, can be among the riskiest workouts for older adults. As a heart doctor, I've watched countless seniors dive into these trendy routines thinking they're making a healthy choice, believing that more sweat equals more life. But here's the truth. These workouts place immense, abrupt pressure on a heart that may already be dealing with high blood pressure, irregular rhythms, or hardened arteries. When you push yourself to the point of gasping, your heart is forced to pump at a pace it may no longer handle safely. For many older adults, this doesn't build strength, it builds danger. Even worse, the damage often unfolds quietly. Blood pressure rises subtly. Heart rhythms shift. You might feel slightly dizzy or unusually tired and dismiss it as aging, but deep inside, your heart is raising a red flag that too often goes unnoticed until it's too late. What breaks my heart is that many seniors do these workouts in hopes of staying independent, living longer, or keeping pace with younger family members. But pushing past your body's limit can mean an emergency room visit, or worse. Exercise should strengthen your heart, not strain it. Gentle walks, tai chi, and light swimming are the quiet champions of heart health for seniors. They nourish your body without shocking it. They work with your heart, not against it. In your 60s, 70s, and beyond, safety is strength, sustainability is success. But there's another mistake I often see, one that's less about movement and more about posture and pressure, and it's hiding in plain sight, both in gyms and at-home workouts. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're with me. Let's move on to the second point. 2. Core crunches and heavy lifting when strength training turns against your heart. There's a widespread belief that building a strong body protects us as we age. And to a certain degree, that's true. Muscle supports mobility, stability, and independence. But as a heart specialist, I've witnessed something more nuanced and far more dangerous. When older adults perform exercises like crunches, sit-ups, or lift heavy weights, without realizing the internal strain they cause, they may be placing their heart in jeopardy. What many don't realize is that straining during a core crunch or while lifting a heavy object creates a spike in pressure within the abdomen and chest. This pressure doesn't just stay put, it radiates upward, triggering a surge in blood pressure and placing sudden demand on the heart. For an aging cardiovascular system, especially one affected by stiff arteries or hidden plaque buildup, this can be a tipping point. I've treated patients who fainted mid-set, felt chest pain during workouts, or experienced heart rhythm issues shortly after what seemed like a normal exercise session. The tragic part? These individuals weren't neglecting their health, they were trying to preserve it. But the body in its 60s or 70s isn't the same as it was decades earlier. The blood vessels are less elastic, and the heart is more reactive to rapid shifts in pressure. A single incorrect lift or an improperly executed crunch can trigger outcomes no one expects. The goal isn't to abandon strength training altogether, it's to approach it wisely. Use resistance bands instead of heavy weights. Prioritize slow, deliberate movements. Consult a trainer who understands how to protect the heart. You don't have to give up strength. You just need to stop shocking your system. And not all threats come from effort. Some stem from something much more subtle, something you can't even see, but your heart feels it every time the temperature changes. 3. Exercising in extreme temperatures, when the weather becomes your heart's hidden enemy. We often praise exercise as the path to better health, and it is, but for seniors, when and where you move is just as critical as how you move. I've seen well-intentioned older adults step outside for brisk winter walks or summer strolls, unaware that the very climate around them is silently working against their heart. After 60, your body's ability to regulate temperature decreases. In cold weather, blood vessels constrict to preserve heat, causing blood pressure to rise, a natural but dangerous effect for those with hypertension or narrowed arteries. In extreme heat, the opposite happens. Blood vessels expand, the heart beats faster to cool the body, and dehydration can set in quicker than expected. In both scenarios, the heart must work overtime, not from exertion, but from survival. I've seen patients collapse during walks on hot days or gasp for air after just minutes in the winter cold. These aren't anomalies, they're red flags. Many seniors don't realize how reactive the cardiovascular system becomes with age. Your heart doesn't need a marathon to suffer, it just needs the wrong temperature at the wrong time. Exercise should heal, not harm. For seniors, that often means choosing comfort over challenge. Opt for indoor activities in climate-controlled environments, stay hydrated before, during, and after exercise, dress in breathable layers or insulated clothing, and most importantly, listen to your body's early whispers before they turn into cries. Yet while weather is an external enemy, another risk comes from the style of movement itself, especially when it involves rapid, jarring motions that throw off more than just your balance. What comes next may surprise you. If you're still watching and find these insights valuable, comment 1 below to show you're still with me. Let's keep going with the next point. 4. Jumping, rapid motions, and sudden direction changes, the hidden chaos inside an aging body. There's something invigorating about fast-paced movement. It feels like we're fighting back against time. Exercises like jumping jacks, stair sprints, burpees, or high-speed aerobics may look empowering, but after 60, those same movements can quietly disrupt a body that no longer absorbs impact, speed, or sudden shifts like it once did. I've seen strong, proud seniors try to match the pace of younger classmates in group fitness sessions or online videos, and not long after, they're in my clinic complaining of dizziness, racing hearts, or worse, unexplained falls. This isn't weakness, it's physiology. As we age, our nervous system slows down, our balance becomes less steady, and our arteries lose flexibility. Sudden movements, jumping, twisting, or changing direction create a perfect storm for cardiovascular stress. Blood pressure can spike. The heartbeat may become erratic. Oxygen flow can fall behind demand. These motions don't just test your body, they can tip it over the edge. Muscles bewilder the aging body. What once felt like a simple jump or lunge now demands coordination, circulation, and careful recovery. For older adults, even mild cardiovascular conditions can turn minor exertion into a serious risk, arrhythmia, or a fall with lasting consequences. The most heartbreaking truth? Many seniors are only trying to stay active, youthful, and self-reliant. Yet at this stage in life, true strength isn't defined by speed, but by precision. It's not about how quickly you move, but how gently you safeguard what truly matters: your heart, your stability, your inner calm. Slow, mindful practices like Tai Chi, aquatic exercise, or even basic stretching may seem unimpressive, but their impact runs deep. They ground the body, they calm the heart, they offer longevity without hazard. Still, even with the safest movements, another risk often goes unnoticed: not how we exercise, but when, especially when our routine clashes with something as ordinary as bedtime. 5. Exercising too late at night when good intentions interrupt the heart's deepest healing. At first glance, evening workouts seem practical. The day is over, the house is still, finally there's time to move. But for those in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, what feels convenient may quietly interfere with one of the body's most vital survival mechanisms: restorative sleep. I've witnessed it countless times. Seniors taking post-dinner strolls, squeezing in light cardio before bed, or doing quick nighttime workouts in the name of discipline. Their intentions are pure, yet they don't realize that even minimal exertion near bedtime can stimulate the nervous system, elevate the heart rate, and postpone the body's shift into healing rest. With age, sleep becomes more fragile. Our internal timing, circadian rhythms, grows more susceptible to disruption. Late-night activity, especially if it raises body temperature or adrenaline, tells the system stay alert right when it should be unwinding. And here lies the hidden threat. Poor sleep is tightly linked to higher blood pressure, inflammation, insulin resistance, and irregular heartbeat. Your heart needs recovery just as much, if not more, than your muscles. When you repeatedly trade deep rest for nighttime motion, you may unknowingly deprive your heart of its essential window for repair. The issue isn't that seniors shouldn't move, it's that movement must honor the body's natural rhythm. Morning or early afternoon activity enhances sleep, improves energy stability, and promotes cardiovascular harmony. Reserve your evenings for slowing down, not ramping up. Because while sleep is when your heart repairs, there's another vital habit we often ignore during waking hours. One so subtle, so easy to overlook, it becomes a silent danger. 6. A message from my heart to yours: the quiet power of tuning into your body. If you've made it this far, thank you. It tells me you truly care, not just about a longer life, but about a better one. And so I speak now, not as a physician, but as a fellow human being who's witnessed too much avoidable pain. Decades in clinics and hospitals have brought me to the bedsides of vibrant, wise seniors. Their lives changed in an instant from one decision, one habit, or one ill-timed workout. And time after time, they said the same words: "I didn't think it mattered." That phrase still haunts me, because after 60, everything starts to matter more. Your diet, your movement, your rest, your stress response. Your heart, after beating faithfully for you through every stage of life, is now quietly asking, sometimes pleading for your attention, not out of fear, out of necessity. You don't need to train like you're 30. You don't have to chase some flawless version of aging if it pushes you beyond what your body can manage. What you need is consistency, compassion, awareness. There's no trophy for pushing past your limits, only the priceless gift of waking up with a steady heart and a calm mind. Let go of the myth that more is better. Choose wiser, not harder. Walk with intention, rest with meaning. Move in partnership with your age, not in defiance of it. That is real strength. That is real courage. That is what protects your heart. And even as you adopt healthier habits and safer movement, there's one final trap I must caution you about. One that doesn't strike during exercise, but in the quiet moments when you avoid it, when the cost of stillness silently accumulates. The final beat. Your heart needs your wisdom, not your silence. If there's one truth cardiology has taught me, it's this: The heart doesn't ask for much, but it gives you everything. It beats without permission. It carries you through emotion, through effort, through age. But after 60, your heart needs you to listen. Not with fear, but with respect. These 5 exercises I've urged you to reconsider aren't dangerous by nature. They're simply no longer suited for an aging heart. What once felt invigorating might now leave you depleted. What once built strength might now invite injury. And that's okay. Aging doesn't mean weakness, it means insight. Your next chapter isn't about pushing harder. It's about choosing smarter, breathing deeper, and pursuing what heals rather than what harms. Because true health isn't measured by sweat or speed. It's measured by the quiet power of routine, balance, and care. Let today be the day you begin to protect your heart, not punish it. And if no one's told you this yet, you are not too old. It is not too late. And every gentle choice you make adds vitality to your days, and days to your years. So take that next step, with care, with kindness, and with your heart at the center. These reflections are meant to inspire a life lived with fullness and integrity. Now I'd love to hear from you. Pause for a moment. Share one insight you'll carry forward. Let's uplift each other on this path of awareness. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment with 1. If it didn't, feel free to type 0. Your voice matters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more thoughtful content like this. Thank you for watching. Here's to living life by your own design.